Hello everyone, it is Blue Sea Vibrox 72 here, back again with a new video. And today I've got quite a lot of news to tell you. Well, first of all, it's the Scott Wright pre-contract to Rangers deal. It's the Glen Middleton loan to St Johnstone deal, and the Nathan Patterson new contract. And so it's to make this video more long, because like I said, recently my videos have been really short. Like for example, my match reaction after the Ross County game on Saturday. And my match reactions, I usually just say who the goal scorers were and how the game was, and then I just say well done to the players for scoring, and then on to the next match, and etc. But just to make this video longer, I'm going to be giving you all that news. Okay, so starting off with the Scott Wright to Rangers move. Okay, so Aberdeen winger Scott Wright has signed for the club on a pre-contract deal, meaning he'll join up with the squad in the summer. However, I've heard some reports saying that the club are actually trying to sign him this window, which similar to what we did with Glen Kamara, because back in the 2019 January transfer window, we signed Glen Kamara and Jordan Jones on pre-contract deals, meaning they weren't meant to sign for the club till the summer. But Glen Middleton, however, not Glen Middleton, Glen Kamara, we decided to sign earlier, so we signed him in the transfer window last season for just 500k, and we all know how much of a bargain that was. So will we have a similar story with Scott Wright? I don't know. Well, I've not really seen much of this guy play. I saw him play against us a few weeks ago in Aberdeen. But other than that, I've not really seen much of this guy play. I should have I watched highlights of him, but I can't really remember how it went out. I watched highlights of him later. To be honest, I don't really know much about this guy, so I don't really know what to expect from him. But he's still quite young. He's about 20. I think he's 23, so he's not at his full potential yet. He still can improve. So yeah, and moving on. So Glen Middleton has signed for St Johnstone on loan until the end of the season. Now, if you've always followed my Rangers fan page on Instagram, Blue Sea Vibrox 72, you'll know that Glen Middleton is a player who I've always rated highly. He's a player that I'm a fan of and I like. I think he's very talented. We signed him, well, great. In fact, it was when Graham Murray was in charge. We signed him in the January until 2018, but we signed him as a youth player, and then the following season, Steven Gerrard signed for Rangers, and he then broke into the first team and he started playing week in, week out. And I certainly thought he was a good player. But then the second half of the season, he just sort of fell out of the starting 11. And he just struggled for game time. And then the following season, as in 2019-20, he went on a short-term loan. Well, it was meant to be a season long loan, but he signed for Hibs on loan, but it didn't really work out for him. So then he came back in the January transfer window and then signed for Bradford City. But again, that didn't really work out either. Anyway, I think they were in like League One. I'm pretty sure that season got finished early due to COVID. But yeah, he is a player who I rate highly. I think he's a very talented young player with high potential. But the thing is, if he never I'm happy that he's going out on loan, because I don't think he's ever going to get a game time. Well, the only game he's played so far this season was in the 4-0 win against Falkirk in the League Cup, and that was his first game in I think, Jesus Christ, I can't remember. That was his first game in for Rangers. That was his first game in a year and a half. It's been a long time since we've seen him play. So I'm happy that he's going out on loan so that he can gain some first team experience, develop as a player, and hopefully he can still reach the potential we all thought he did. Back in 2018. When he signed him and he started playing regularly, we thought he was going to be the next big thing, but again, he just struggled for game time. And the thing is, if he never gets game time, I don't think he will reach the potential we all thought he had. But I'm pleased to see him go out on loan so that he can get some football rather than just being left out in the cold. So yeah, happy for him. Hopefully, he does well at St Johnstone and develops his football and becomes the player we all thought he was going to be. Okay, next up, Nathan Patterson has signed a long-term contract extension, keeping him at the club. Well, the Rangers on Instagram didn't say, but I saw some reports saying it was 2024. Right. However, Nathan Patterson, he's had very limited game time this season just due to the form that Tavernier has been in. I think in total, he made his debut for Rangers last season in the Scottish Cup against Stranraer, which we won 2-0, and then he played in the second leg against Bayer Leverkusen, which we lost 1-0, and in the other games were 2-0 against Kilmarnock at Ibrox. He played in the 5-0 win against Lincoln Red Imps in the Europa League, and he played on Saturday. In fact, funny enough, he played on Sunday just there. No, Saturday against Ross County, and his other games have been against. Again, I don't know. He's had very limited game time, but his other games were against, I think, the 2-0 win against Lech Poznan. He actually started that game. I think it's just because we'd already qualified for the Europa League. He didn't play the full game. Tavernier came on from, I think, the 65th minute. He didn't play the full game that game. I think it's just because we'd already qualified for the Europa League round 32, so Steven Gerrard was just experimenting with players, which is good to see. I really hope we rotate players every so often, because I like it when we play young players. So it's good to see, you know, that we rotate players, you know, every once in a while. Because, like, for example, Graham Murray, he was a play, even though he was a youth coach, when he signed for the club and he's sitting interim as well, like the first few games he was playing youngers, but the thing with Graham Murray, he literally just never rotated the team. It was just the same goddamn starting 11 every single game. Like in goals, it was always Wes Fodrum. Right back, always Tavernier. Centre backs, it was usually always Bruno Alves, and I think Bruno Alves and Ross. No, David. Some of it was Ross McCrory, some of it was Danny Wilson until he left. And left back, it was usually Declan John. And midfield three, Jason Holt, Ross McCrory, and I can't even remember. And up front we had Morelos, Jason Cummins, and yeah, but like I said, we've came a long way since then. We're a much better team now, and we're closer to winning the league than we were then. But anyway, so yeah, Nathan Patterson, like I said, he signed a new contract lasting until about 2024. Again, I don't see him. He probably won't get game time off. Now, I do think he'll play. I'm sure he'll get. Well, I'm not 100% sure, but I think he will get, you know, a game time from time to time. But obviously, it'll be hard for him just due to the format Tavernier has been in. But nonetheless, I do think he's a young talented player with high potential, and hopefully a future star. Alright, okay, that pretty much does the video. I know I had 3 topics to talk about, and it's still only 6 minutes long. I don't know. I really need to make these videos longer. I just don't really know what else to say. But yep, that pretty much does it. If you like the video, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.